Hi everybody! Today I'm going to show you how to create an account for Hoopla. Hoopla is one of the library's many digital resources that you can access anytime, anywhere. It's got ebooks, e-audiobooks, music, and movies that will download right to your device and that you can access whenever you like. What you're going to need to sign up for an account is your valid Valley Library's library card, an email address, and the PIN associated with your library account. So if you don't know your PIN or if you're not sure if your card is up to date, you can give us a call at any of the libraries and check on the status of that or change your PIN or update it. Just make sure you know what you think it is. Also, you're going to need to know which library your card is associated with, whether it's Stanton, Waynesboro, or Augusta County. So if you just look at the back of your card, you'll see the barcode and your card number. And right above that, you'll see either Augusta County, Stanton, or Waynesboro Library. You're just going to need to select that later on in the sign-up process. So keep that in mind, because if you hit the wrong one, then it's going to go haywire and it's not going to let you do which one. So the first thing we do and this is when you're signing up on a desktop or a laptop computer. This is an app that you can download on your tablet or smartphone or whatever device. And the sign-up process is going to look a little bit different on the app, but it's mostly going to be the same, and you're going to need the same kinds of information. So it's whatever platform you're more comfortable using. This one's a little bit easier to see, so we're doing it this way today. So if you're typing in your address, in your Hoopla Digital in your address bar, come on up to your address bar and type in hoopladigital.com, and it'll take us right here to the start page. And we're going to start a new account. So we're going to get started today. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to use a general library email address here. So like it says, type in your email. All this red lettering isn't going to be there. It's just being sneaky with me today. So select a password for the account. It doesn't have to be the password for your email. It doesn't have to be a password you've used before. Just something you can remember. And then we're going to go down here. Once you've typed all of that in, click Agree. Okay, so here's where you're going to need to know what library your card is associated with. On the app, you may have to start typing it in for it to fill in which library you want. But right here, it's giving us options, which is really nice. So my card that I'm using is an Augusta County card. So we're going to go ahead and select that. And then we're going to scroll down and hit Next. Okay, so here's where you're going to type in the number associated with your library account. Okay, and this is where you need your PIN. So again, if you don't have your PIN or you're not sure if your card's up to date, go ahead and give us a call and we can fix that for you. Okay, so when you've got your library card typed in and your PIN, go ahead and click Sign Me Up. See, how easy is that? If you need help, there's that number right there. This is one of the Augusta County, the Fishersville branch numbers. So you can give us a call if something weird happened or you're not really sure. But everything here looks cool. So we're going to go ahead and hit Done. So this is the page that you're going to see right when you sign up. This says Augusta County Library because that's what we're associated with, but it'll likely say your name instead. You can see you've got this runner up here in the front that kind of shows you some highlights of Hoopla, things you can do with it. If you're a parent or you signed up your kid for Hoopla, you can hit this button here and it will put on kids mode. So that is just going to show you only kid-friendly materials. You won't see adult materials or anything. So it's really nice to have that function that's really narrows down some of those choices so that it's just kid stuff. I'm going to take that off for the moment. So if you're searching, you can see you've got your search bar up here. And if you use this drop-down menu, it'll just search everything. It'll search audiobooks, movies, whatever. But you can come down here and narrow your choices if you're looking for something specific. So here's your format choices. And then here are some of your more normal, some of the choices you might just search for in our regular catalog if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for Nora Roberts or Cozy Mysteries or, a certain series, you can search by that. So we'll just search through everything so you can kind of get an idea of what we've got in here. So when you start typing in, you can see it has search suggestions that come down with titles and also series. So I'm looking for one of the older Little Women, for the Little Women ebook. How about that? So I'm just going to click on that. And it's going to take me to all of the options for Little Women that they've got in here. So you can see there's audiobooks, there's ebooks, anything you might want. So we'll just go with this first one here so you can kind of see what it looks like when you select an option. So again, this is going to be an audiobook. So this is a book that you will listen to. The great thing about Hoopla is it'll download directly to your device. Oh, Libby and Overdrive do this too. It'll download directly to your device, so you don't need to be streaming it the entire time you're listening or reading an item, and it'll automatically return and come off your device and not take up all that space. All right, so we've selected this particular audiobook. So you can see here, it tells you a little about it. It says it's in English. It's about 19 hours and 11 minutes. And it also gives you a lot of great information about the title itself. And if you really, really liked this one, you can see down here where it gives you similar authors and artists, and also similar titles if you really liked this one and you are interested in finding other things that are like that. It also tells you this title is available for 21 days after you borrow it. So this title is available for streaming and downloading on a mobile device only. So again, once you've signed up on a desktop or a laptop, it is a little bit easier to use this as an app. But we'll click borrow. And are you sure you want to borrow it? Yes, we do want to borrow it. So we'll see what happens if you are searching. Yep, see, you can stream it. Oops. Here it says you can enjoy this title through Thursday, April 16th. You can stream it or whatever through your desktop in a variety of ways. So if I click play, you can't really see it, but at the bottom, you can hear it. Yep. So I can just play that through my desktop. I could play it through my smartphone or my tablet, whatever you like. And it's downloaded to my computer now, to my device. So it doesn't matter if I'm on Wi-Fi or not. As long as you're on Wi-Fi or on data while you've downloaded that item, then it'll be downloaded to your device and it won't be constantly streaming. So that's how you're doing searching and borrowing through Hoopla itself. But you can also, through our catalog, our regular catalog, you can find, if I could spell it, that would be really great. You can find all of these options through our catalog, just like you were searching for anything else. So again, I'm just going to type in Little Women in our search box up here. Oh, look at that. So you'll see a ton of different options for Little Women. I'm trying to find, okay. So when you see something like, then you'll see if I'm looking for something that's going to be specifically on Hoopla, it's going to say either e-audiobook or e-book rather than book or audiobook. If it's got the E in front of it, it's a digital resource. So it says not available to borrowers waiting on one copy, but you can at least kind of, let's see if we can find another one. I've just checked out the other one. So anyway, we'll just click on this one so you can kind of see what it looks like. Oops, that's an overdrive. Okay. So yeah, you can search just Hoopla in there. So the cool thing about Hoopla versus Libby is that Libby is a lot like a regular library in that we have limited copies of something. So if somebody has something checked out and we only have one copy of it as an ebook or an e-audiobook or whatever, then you have to wait until that person returns it. But on Hoopla, there are infinite numbers of the same item. So I can have this Little Women checked out, which is the one we just checked out back there through Hoopla itself. But everybody else who has a library card can also have this checked out. So this is just to kind of see what this is going to look like. So it says electronic resource up at the top, as you can see, and it's an e-audiobook. So you can scroll down to where it says more options, because it has to be downloaded. You click that, and it'll take you right to Hoopla. Hoopla is brought to you by Augusta County Library. And it'll take you right back to Hoopla. It'll take you to the app if you're on a smartphone or a tablet, and it'll take you to the desktop site if you're on a computer. And then you go through the same steps. So that's kind of how you use Hoopla. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to call us. But do feel free to go through the catalog and kind of look through everything and see what you can find, see what you can look for in Hoopla. There's also a way to watch Hoopla. Hoopla is also available as an app through the Roku, the PlayStation, and a couple other like streaming smart TV options. So you can always be streaming your music or movies that you checked out through Hoopla through that device as well, which is pretty cool. That's getting a little in-depth though, and there are tutorials on hoopladigital.com if you want to get a little more in-depth, and we can also help you do that. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was informational for you about how to use Hoopla. Again, if you have any questions, give us a call. Thanks so much. Bye.